Barbecuing is also a summertime favorite. I am now here with a master barbecuer, Louis Liendo from Toro Loco Cookers, who is going to share some of his award-winning brisket tips just for you.
Yes, Cindy. We've been competing for about 4 to 5 years now and doing some catering and what have you. So today what we're going to be showing you is how to smoke some brisket. Okay, so I got myself, Louis Liendo. This is my cousin Fred Leal and our buddy Eric Rodriguez. This makes up the team Toro Loco Cookers. And we're here to show you how to do this brisket. So we're going to cut open the brisket here. Competition brisket, a lot of times you kind of want to make it a nice, even, sliced looking deal. So you might go ahead and just kind of trim it out some on both ends. This is kind of gray aged type of meat there. So we go ahead and just trim it out a bit. As you can see, this is a Black Angus USDA choice. There's various grades. There's select, choice, and prime. Prime being the best grade that you can get. See a nice meat there. Doesn't have as much marbling for a choice that I would like, but still works pretty decently. And from this point on, really, I'm just trying to cut out some of the fat, some of the stuff I don't like, this big old chunky fat piece. And as far as the bottom goes, I like just trimming enough fat so we can make it even and nice and flat when I put it into the smoker. You can see the meat in there, the striations and what have you. And then you have like little pieces in there. That's kind of the silver skin. I can pull it up some. This one's actually really nice and clean. So what we're doing is we're injecting it right now. Various people do various things, such as inject it with soda, inject it with beef broth, chicken broth. It's just your preference. In this case, we're using a little beef broth and some other rubs and stuff within it. But what this does is it keeps it moist inside as it's cooking. Sometimes when you have a smaller brisket like this, it'll tend to dry out on you as you're cooking it. And so this just kind of helps to keep the moisture in there. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on there first, and then put my brisket rub. So the fat side, I really don't season that. I don't see any need for it. Some people cook fat side up, some people cook fat side down. Because I got a vertical smoker, I cook fat side down. It just kind of gives a little heat shield from the smoker. And so this is the brisket rub I use. Looking at it, you can tell it's got some onion flake in there, pepper, crushed pepper. It's got some sugar in there, paprika, a little bit of garlic. As far as the way that we came up with this rub, it's really trial and error. A lot of times, some people like it like really fine powdered type rubs. They think it penetrates the meat a lot better, especially a big hunk of beef like this. In my case, I like the chunky type of stuff in there, so I got this dehydrated onion and pepper, what have you. And I think all in all, it just cooks a little bit better. One last thing you can do just to kind of speed up the process, what I'm looking for is a nice wet look on this brisket. And one thing you can do is just kind of spritz it. And if you want to spritz it, you can spritz it with water, you can spritz it with cola, you can spritz it with all kinds of different things. That's just your preference. So we've got the wet look with the brisket now. So we're going to go ahead and put it in our vertical smoker here, Pitmaker Vault. Go ahead. We've got the temperature running at about 250 degrees. And typically you want to smoke your brisket at about an hour a pound. In our case, in the Pitmaker Vault, because it's so well insulated and what have you, it cooks in about half the time. So we're gonna run it at 250 for about 2 to 3 hours, smoking it at that point. And then we'll wrap it up and put a little juice in there, and we'll go ahead and try to get it finished out and done in probably about 6 to 7 hours. So we're gonna check it out and see what we got here. Okay. As far as competition slicing goes, what we're told is that we need to make the slices about the width of a number 2 pencil. So it's about that. And you want them all to be nice and consistent slices. As far as like restaurants or if you're cooking at home or what have you, you're getting these big old brontosaurus type slices. So that's the difference between your competition slice and kind of your home slice or restaurant slice. Would you like to try some? Huh?
And as the Toro Loco Cookers say, may the smoke be with you.
Oh. Oh, yeah.